Hello, everyone. I'm going to be talking about restorative justice and a form of preventing juvenile delinquency through the state and just giving juveniles a second chance to change their life. And this would be for the good. And the goal of restorative justice is repair the harm through an opportunity to not only the victim but the delinquent to kind of communicate what they both need. And so, what's going on is many people are in prison. Many people that are in prison right now are repeat offenders, and leaving the cycle of crime can be difficult. It's especially difficult for a juvenile that doesn't have too much control of their life early on. So, restorative justice not only can take place in schools, but it's just in communities across the United States. Through these programs, research shows that youth have to accept responsibility for their actions, and they can do this through family group conferences. This includes a victim, juvenile, and also at times families in order to decide the punishment and what they can do to reach a solution that will have both of them satisfied and that will not just leave the juvenile in jail. So these programs will give the juveniles a good idea on how to move forward. And it's also just hard because juveniles as a whole isn't just a target population. Every child is different from case to case. Um, so what I have found is this next here. There we go. This judge here, his name is Mark Ingram. He understands that youth can be manipulated to commit crimes and that it's not their fault completely at times. And so some of the stories that I've learned through the state and the programs that he's been part with is he has prevented minors from having sentences in prison that will take a majority of their life. And so this shows that it takes more than just a parent to make a change. Sometimes it does take a person in power, just like a judge, in order to find a peace offering that will work for both parties. And it's just difficult when there's are cases with manipulative adults because at times children just don't have enough power. And especially children that are maltreated and that are in the welfare system, they're more likely to break the law and just enter the juvenile justice system. And these offenders in the system most likely are being maltreated at home. And so this is kind of just a cycle of just over the generations. And if you're abused as a child, then you may be more likely to have that cycle throughout your family. And in California, they have arrested about 80,000 juveniles in 2014 alone. And a large population has been repeat offenders. So there has been proof that restorative justice practice in the states reduce the numbers. And I believe they should just use other policies, such as like policies in Texas, just to get the best of both worlds. And currently in Idaho, there are about 110 trained restorative conference facilitators. That's about half of the counties here. And a lot of them use volunteers in these programs. And they use the family group decision making conferences. And what those do is reduce violent crimes, um, other types of crime across the board, and as well as get the youth and the adults involved. That way, it's more fair for them. And what I have found is this programs are effective for youth that have committed violent crimes. And let's see what else we got here. So would I pick this again? I believe I would pick this again because I just did my best to find data that was relative to me here in Idaho and also my home state in California in order to get like a better idea of how it works in each state. And this also has sparked a new career path for me because I just found this topic to help guide my career since I wasn't too sure of what I wanted to do with criminology and criminal justice, and I just needed to explore more. But overall, this just needs more awareness as well in order to see more progress. So that's why I would talk about this again. So more programs are going to equal less juveniles in jail due to mistakes made early in their life.